What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, today I'm pretty excited. I'll be working with an off-the-track thoroughbred. So this will be interesting. He knows all the track stuff. He had a tendon injury, and he recovered from all of that, and he's ready to work, and he's going to be a good riding horse. That's what we're looking for here. So I'm going to be going through my steps of groundwork, how I start my horses, and the forward, backwards, left and right, like really get them to connect with that. So I'll really be going through that and showing that. So curious to see what he does and how he reacts to all that stuff. Now remember, he knows all the track stuff, what they do there, but just in general, like groundwork stuff, he really doesn't know. He's kind of wants to bite and nip at you all the time, not in a mean way, but just kind of babyish attitude. So we'll be addressing all of that stuff as well. So if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we're going to have more videos coming. And I want to thank you guys for watching. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, what I want is forward motion. I want to start sending him in a circle. And a lot of this, he doesn't know any of this stuff. So it's going to feel weird to him. So we just got to come to an agreement of what this stuff means. Forward motion. This stuff means forward motion when I do this. So that was forward motion, which was good. He just doesn't know what to do with it. So he moves off of it, but then he quits. So then I'll just ask again. Now I'm going to be very lenient with him. Like if he runs sideways or whatever it might be, I'm not going to be that picky because he doesn't know what it means. So as the session goes on, we get pickier. And he doesn't even have to trot right now. I just want him to get forward and get off of the pressure. There we go. See how he stayed going there for a little bit longer? Very good. Let's get that forward motion down. And if he asks me a question like right here, he stopped. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be quick on the draw to spank him forward. I'm just going to ask again. Very nice. That's all I'm going to establish first is get forward motion down. And you see my feet moving forward all the time because I want to be pushing him, pushing on him, pushing on him. And what I mean by that is so I'm pushing him out to where he doesn't push me. Very nice. And I like how his neck, like he's actually pretty soft on the halter. Like he's not pulling or dragging me, which is really good. Well, I like this. So we're going to go ahead and just move his hips around. And I'm going to just shorten my rope up a little bit and get his front feet to quit moving by shortening that rope up and pulling on him. If he walks too much, I pull a little harder. And I want his back feet to just step around in a tighter circle. And all I'm doing is gaining control of his legs. Now, I don't want to get too close to him because he already has a history of nibbling and kind of biting on you a little bit. So I want to make sure that I don't set myself up for failure. So you see how I kept that distance so he couldn't get me. Tap, tap. I'm going to get him off of me. I'm going to go back to the hips and do that same exercise. I want to move his hips around. Move his hips around. Good. And what I really want to think about when I'm doing this is be the leader. What does a leader look like? A leader gets in there and they get to work. They show the team members what it looks like to win. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not waiting till he screws up to do something. I'm in here working and really show him. Good. One of the dumbest things we do as humans is we get our horse out, we do some stuff, and everything's going good. And then we kind of start getting complacent because things are good. And then our horse screws up, and then we work him. And it's really dumb that we have that. Instead of coming out and working so dumb doesn't show up. That's kind of the attitude we want to have. So be a leader. Don't be a boss. A boss works from behind and whips his team members. A leader's out front and says, come on, let's go. So I like to keep that thought process to where I'm really showing my horse what it looks like for winning. Keep him working. So we got that left already down. We got the hips moving around. He's catching on to the cues. Catching on to the cues. And again, I want to be careful here that he can't come over and bite me. Because just me handling him, like when I put the halter on, he was like biting on the rope. And again, not aggressive, but you can see right there, he did it a little bit. But just baby attitude, like doesn't know better. So by giving him stuff to do here, some of that stuff is going to go away without even us having to work on it. Moving his hips, moving his hips, moving his hips. Shut his front end down a little bit. Right there, he just bumped his nose over into me again. Hey, that's a big no-no. I was just walking over and moving his hips there, and he picks his leg up. That is a big fat no-no. Good. Now we got his hips moving around good there. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and throw the backup in there. And I'm going to just start tapping his chest for the backup. Bump, bump, bump. And he probably doesn't know what this means, so he might get a little stressed out here. There we go. Because he doesn't know anything else yet. So I can't put a cue on him to teach him what it means because he doesn't know it. So I'm going to have to use a little bit of contact to teach him what that backup means. And I'll just tap, tap, make it uncomfortable for him. There we go. Seen him step back on that right front foot. That's all I want. And I'm going to do it again. And if you notice, I'm even on the side of him because I don't want to be here in case he would panic himself and run forward. So that's why I kind of stand off to the side. It's for safety until I trust him more. One more. See him kind of get a little grouchy there. There we go. Doesn't have to be pretty. There just has to be an effort. That's all we're looking for. That's how we're going to start getting that control down. And I'm going to come back and do it again. Very good. Took that one step. And what we're doing right now is first grade stuff. We're not trying to do high school stuff. We're doing the bare minimum. So if he doesn't respond right away, I'm not going to go to a 10 pressure and like teach him what it means. Because then I'm just picking fights. And I don't want to fight with him. Oh, nice. Nice. I didn't even touch him that time and he stepped back. It's exactly what we want. He's starting to connect the dots. I'm going to do it again. Come up and start spanking the air a little bit. And then nothing happened. Good. Remember, it doesn't have to be 5 steps. I want 1. That's first grade stuff. Once we get up and do more stuff, then we want more. Then we want second grade and then third grade. There's a reason we start in first grade. Because first grade is easier than second. Then we build up. But here's the big thing where I struggled with back in the day was I got stuck in first grade when I was teaching these horses. So don't get stuck either. Like when first grade is good, go to second. Don't screw around with first anymore. Like I want more. I want more because they're ready. How do we know if they're ready to move up a grade? Because they're doing really good with first grade. Give them a little bit more. That's what it's all about, more responsibility. So see here, he's leaning on that, so I'm going to keep that pressure there. He kind of stood there like, oh, I can take it. I don't want that look. I want him to help out. I'm going to go ahead and move them hips around again. Hind quarters. If he moves too much, I shorten that up, bump that face a little bit. I want him to move them hips around. There. And a backup. Throw this back up in. Ooh, nice. Nice. Caught onto that. That's exactly how it's going to look like. Good job. I'm going to stop him again. Bump, bump. I want to move the hips and stop him. Very nice. And that's exactly how I start that stopping too. Like when I walk at them hips, that's what that means. I want him to come to a stop and we just build off of that. So very nice. I'm going to go ahead and take a short break and then I'm going to work on the other side and then come back and show you more of the other exercises when I want to show you. Did you stop it?